We want revolution.
Bookmark words on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats, loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Eyes check, complete.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of the Informant podcast, where family is first. I'm your host tonight, Mig Chainsaw Chester. And with me, we've got Pistol Pete of Stockholm.
Live long and prosper.
We got Jennifer, the Mafia Wars loot lady. And we have Jana, Mig Death by Gucci. How's everybody doing?
Doing great.
Good. Busy.
Yes, busy.
Everybody get their shopping in yet?
Oh, God, no. We don't have time for that. We're too busy playing Mafia Wars. I wish we could gift people like we do.
I know, that would make it a lot easier, right? I guess if we sent gift cards to everyone, we could do that.
Exactly.
And play at the same time. My mom will love it.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
Tons of stuff going on right now in Mafia Wars. Just in the last, 48 hours. A bunch of junk.
A lot of stuff, yeah.
And so you've got, what's the new one that they just released?
The Governator's out there. Yeah, the Zyngon's joined into the Nater bandwagon.
It's another spam event, like Don's Diner.
Yeah,
or
that's
Don's
right.
Dinner.
Spam Fest 2010 Part 2.
Yeah, but those savvy people that know how to make their own link can just post a link on your wall, and then when 9 people click on it, you're done. They also implemented a new Facebook feature that will automatically post. So if you hadn't approved this in the past, you got a message to allow Mafia Wars to automatically post to your wall. So all you had to do was click post, and then the post was automatically generated. So it saved a few clicks if you sent out invitations to facilitate spamming easier.
Nice, just what we all need.
So, yeah. But it's not hard work for the loot item you got, the Second Amendment.
Yes, that's right.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I got to check and see if I actually got that.
You need to get it.
Yeah, one of the things I wish Facebook would allow us to do again is if I say remove, just remove it. Don't ask.
Yeah, don't ask me twice.
Yeah, I know, I hate that.
Exactly. And it just irritates the crap out of me. Make me click again. Thank you.
Yeah. I asked Pete to look into something that would remove things from the wall.
And I went back and looked, and I had a script that used to work, but then it doesn't now because of the change they made where, as you just pointed out, you used to be able to click the X, and then you'd get an option that said, do you really want to do it, which was pretty easy to tackle. But now it's the X, and then there's a drop down, and then the drop down, there's then an OK, and do you really want to do it? And so it's kind of a pain.
There's also the option to block Mafia Wars from posting altogether, which could mess you up.
Yeah, I can see people doing that by accident. Maybe Facebook will jump on the bandwagon and they'll have the deletinator.
Is that what you would call it?
I don't know. I got to start getting out of the nader names, I'm sure, but I'll call it something.
Why? I like them.
Yeah.
That's right. They're actually catchy.
The
Removinator.
The Removinator.
Or the Terminator, call it.
When I was talking about that 2-minute deal that they had, when they
contest?
asked everybody, that little 2-minute contest,
Uh-huh.
where they said the first 50 people would do it. One of our guys at the Informant podcast was actually in the top 25 for
He
answering
was
that.
number 23,
Mr. 23.
Mike Nestor.
That's right, Mike.
Congratulations. Yeah, I missed that whole thing.
I forgot I was going to do it, and I wouldn't have known the answer quick enough anyways. And it's funny because they asked that same question at the San Francisco event, and I didn't know it then either. Like, you have to...
So you're not learning by your mistakes? Is that what you're saying?
God love you, Jennifer.
They asked what the bar was called.
So what is it called, Jennifer? Do you know now?
Yeah, I know now because I posted it on my blog and I took a picture of it. But it's Bribe a Casino Boss in Las Vegas, episode 4, and it's called Matsumiras. The first 50 to put that on the forum boards got 5 loot items, and the first 10 got Miami Vice DVDs.
No kidding.
Isn't that suit right now from Miami Vice, or am I wrong?
Yeah, they have the sunny suit and they have the Go Fast boat.
One came out last night too. Rico's Revenge. It's a gun, and it says Miami Vice on the butt.
They got to stop stretching. If you need new material, why don't you ask the rest of us? We can get you some new material instead of going after Miami Vice.
Exactly.
I looked that up, and that's from the 1980s. The loot that Mike got, it's called a Tree Feller, and it's in the weapons category, and it has a defense of 68 and an attack of 34. And he's going to get 5 of those for being one of the correct responders.
Pete, you were talking about all your Naderific things. So the new requests that we have. So when we go to our homepage, up at the top, we got the envelope that's open with the number 7052 for all the junk everybody sends you. Mm-hmm. You got to go in there. You got to click on the accept gift. It shows you the junk that you really don't need that you've now gotten. And then it has send a free gift back. Is there a send a free crap back donator that's out there?
There used to be, and I haven't tried to resurrect it yet. I can't even remember what I called it. It was like the Zyngon Trash Collector, I think is what I called it in the past. So it didn't have a nader name, but it was basically what it did was go into your Zynga Message Center and then collect everything up for you and then reply back to some of the posts. But I'll have to see if that still works with the new ZMC2. I haven't really had a lot of time to mess with that, but it's worth looking at.
It is. That would save a lot of clicking.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with Jen on this. I get a ton of these things a day. And I want to keep helping other people that are out there, but there comes a point when I don't have time.
Right.
So I'm sitting here. I've got limited time to get through the stuff I've got to get through. And I go through, and I've done a bunch already. And then I get down at the bottom, and I see other people that I really want to help. And I'm like, oh, crud. So I just don't have time to help them out on the time schedule that I've got. So I'm looking for some help. So, Jennifer, what else do you have going on?
Well, the big thing that changed is they changed the name of missions to operations. And I don't think it's a big deal. It's just I keep saying missions. It's hard to get off of it. But everything that used to say missions, the collection, the post, everything says operations now. And the reason they did that is because some people didn't like the word quest that we talked about on the last show, the little mini challenges that were going to pop up and we could get rewards for doing. Those are going to be called missions now. And it's kind of confusing.
That's fine.
Yeah, but so that's the new thing for that. And what happened last night is all of a sudden the posting for operations, it no longer tells you what operation it is. It just says so-and-so needs help with a mission or operation. I can't stop saying missions. And there's really no way to know unless you click on it and go check it out and say, oh, I don't want to do that one. One thing I did notice that Stream Helper will still organize the operation, so you can still select the ones you want. And this also affected the secret stash posts and our wish list. So if you try to post your wish list right now, it'll say you want wish list items, and it won't say which ones you want.
Huh.
So that makes it hard too. Like when I go through the news feeds, if I see somebody wants something that I have extras of, I'll send them some. But now it just says wish list items, so I don't know if I even have what they want.
Did you notice last night some typos in some of the posts too that came out?
Oh yeah. Well, that's the next post I'm going to talk about, the secret stash. It used to say so and so found rail guns. There's 5 left. Come and get them. Well, now it just says that you found a secret stash item, and you don't know what it is. And we all know that most of us, most of those secret stashes are crap, so you wouldn't really click on the ones that you found a brass knuckle or some collection item. But there was a typo on some of the posts. It's not on all of them. But they forgot to put a space between items and in. I saw that.
I think I know why that's happening.
Why is that happening?
I think because if you've noticed, they've now started to go into localization where you can actually change the language of Mafia Wars. And I think they've been rebuilding their entire dictionary of phrases for different parts of the game. Because right now you can change the language from English to Spanish. And I would bet over time they're going to add additional languages, and what they're starting to do is build up a language pack so that basically when, it says, get in on your mission, or excuse me, your operation, that it's then they'll also have the Spanish version of that. And I think they're just now trying to build up that dictionary, and it's causing, they're retyping stuff and having, typos as a result of it.
That's what I think too. I don't think these are intended changes, and I've been kind of watching the forum boards to get some feedback on that. And Alcatraz, one of the super moderators, said that he was notifying the team, and if it is an intended change, he was going to let them know that it's not favorable.
So what else? Do you have anything else?
Yeah, we have the zoo coming, and Wesley, the customer support manager, he's in charge of the whole customer support department. He writes those 411 customer support pages that have all the information, and he kind of did a little game with the zoo one. He released a couple sentences of it and then made a little contest. He gave hints as to what the animals could be and said if the fans guessed right, he would update the page sooner. So we have some insight into what's coming, and we have the advertisements and the banners. And we're expecting it at any time. And you'll already notice some changes in the New York property. They put these two, like a wrench and a hammer above each buildable property. Yeah, and they kind of like go back and forth.
And they did the same thing on the new items. They gave this gigantic box. And I'm like, what in the world? It's like these huge gargantuan graphics on top of my armory and my chop shop and stuff.
I know. It's distracting.
Whenever new items come out, we'll see that. And I believe they're going to incorporate the new items, like the things we saw with the Weapons Depot, then the Armory event, how we had those limited time items. I believe we're going to be seeing more of that on a regular basis.
Oh boy, they're going to jump out of the boxes?
Yeah. Well, they don't jump out of the boxes, but the box lets you know that there are new items.
Well, so does the little words above it that said new items. I don't understand why they had to create a gargantuan, ugly box.
I think the hammer and the wrench are kind of obnoxious.
That's what I mean.
I think so, too. They kind of bother me.
But we are going to see some exciting improvements with the homepage, which may eliminate the need for us to even go to our property.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having to not visit the page, the property page.
Yeah, from what I've been told, we'll be able to collect our properties right from the homepage. And it'll be a place to keep track of everything, too. I like that,
It'll be like what they did in Atlantic City.
With the property?
Really?
In Atlantic City, there's an option to collect your properties all from one page.
Right.
You can't bank
Everybody
it, which is
likes
a problem, because that's always one of the challenges. It's great. Now you can collect it all, but then you got to go to each city anyway to bank it. But what would be nice is if there's an option now or coming in the future to collect it all from one page, to turn right around and also have an option to bank it at that time too, if you've taken the time to collect it.
You have a little bookmarklet that will collect and bank all the properties.
And it's not a nader. It's the business helper.
Oh, no, what is it?
It's
the business
older
helper.
one.
Yeah.
We're going to take a fast break, and then we'll be right back.
It might be Santa coming to talk about the 12 Days of Christmas. Because we've got the 12 Days of Christmas event coming up at the Informant Podcast.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Look at me, I'm riding high in Santa's sleigh. It's a Christmas special time for me. Oh, shut up, Cartman!
When is that starting?
It's going to start on December 13th, and it's going to run through the December 24th. And on each day, we've got a set of prizes. We're going to pick a winner each day, and we've got a bunch of stuff given away. We got 100 rangefinder rifles. We've got the Pantheon Trophies collection, Championship Belt collection, some Goldsmobiles, and then when we start getting closer to Christmas, we're going to give away a diamond set, and then a lotto set, and then a $15 Mafia Wars gift card, and then a gift card and a lotto set.
We're back. We have Migs, Chainsaw, Chester with the family life. Hey, Chester, what's going on?
Still going to talk about the Mafia Wars Player for Charity that's going to be happening on the 10th until the 12th. $2 gets you in to play, and you
Not
can.
bad.
Nope, not at all. Those $2 get split between the Wounded Warrior Project and the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. We just want everybody, if you've got time, if you got an extra $2, put it in there. We've got the link up on the informantpodcast.com. We also have it on the Informant Podcast Facebook page. And this is a really fun time for everybody. So if you've got a chance, go ahead, put money in. You don't even have to play if you don't want to. If you're not going to be around and you just feel like donating your money, if you got time, come on out. We've had more rants that have come through.
Have we?
Oh, yeah. So Mr. 3000 was there. We had another one, Ricky Kitchen. So Ricky was saying that he had a rant for us, and he was like all for the meet and greets and the giveaways, but it's aimed at us Americans. He understands that that they're based here, but Mafia Wars is not an American-based game; it's worldwide. And so he says, "Look, we're left in the dark around the world. Why don't you do things around the world?"
Mm-hmm.
I agree; they should do things around the world. So, Nate, get on a plane, brother. Fly out to Indonesia, fly out to Croatia, fly down to New Zealand, over to Australia. Fly around. I'm all for it. Anybody have any shout-outs tonight?
I have a shout-out for... We have a Mafia Wars meetup coming up here in Denver. I'm just shouting out to people that maybe you're going to be in Denver for the holidays, or maybe you already live here. We're going to be having a meetup on the 21st at the Jet Hotel in Denver, and we'd like to get as many people that could come that want to. I've got Nate from Zynga that's going to be there, and we're going to have a lot of giveaways. It's going to be a ton of fun.
I'd like to give a shout out to some of the fans on the Mafia Wars Loot Lady fan page, Leonard Wong, Adriana Judic, and everyone else who really keeps me on top of things by posting when new stuff comes out, and then I'm able to see it really fast. I really appreciate it.
How about you, Pete? You got anybody you want to say hi to?
Ike Meyer. He made some modifications to the universal bookmarklet for doing the loose slots. He had some nice additions there that are kind of nice, so we're going to get those added into that bookmarklet. That's the one that's for achieving your slots achievement. 1,000 people have to play your slot machine. That one helps with that. Great show, guys. We had lots of information as usual. If anybody ever has any questions or whatever, they can reach us on the web at informantpodcast.com. Certainly send us an email if you need to at tip@informantpodcast.com. And then you can always reach us on the rant line, which is always interesting. Jana, you want to tell them that number?
The number is 707-TIP-6852.
This is the Informant Podcast, the place where family is first.
I wanna cross, get 'em crashing to the brave new world. I wanna ride.